In this video, we are going to learn about finding out the highest common factor, also known as the greatest common divisor by prime factorization method. So the first thing which comes before us is, what do you mean by a highest common factor? Let us take any two numbers, 8 and 12. Now a highest common factor, or HCF, or the greatest common divisor, is a number, actually not is a number, is the highest number which divides two given numbers. So let's say we have two numbers here, one is 8, the other one is 12. Now if I were to ask you what is the number which divides both 8 and 12, which is the highest number actually, then you try it out by trial and error method. One obviously divides every one, so we are not considering that. Let's see about 2. So does 2 divide both 8 and 12? 8 divided by 2 gives you 4. 12 divided by 2 gives you 6. So the answer is yes. How about 3? Well, if you see 3 doesn't divide 8 exactly, right? So it's not there. How about 4? 8 divided by 4 gives us 2, right? And 12 divided by 4 gives us 3. So it divides both of them. 5 doesn't divide 8. 5 also does not divide 12. 6 does not divide 8, but it divides 12. But because it does not divide both the numbers, so we take a cross here. 7, no. 8, yes, no, and hence no. So when we see this, we find out that it is only number 2 and number 4 which divide both 8 and 12 exactly, right? And amongst the two of them, 4 is the highest one. So 4 is the highest common factor of 8 and 12. Now it's easier to do it in case of these simple examples. But if the numbers which are given are big, then what do we do? So let's say, for example, I'll give you two numbers. Okay, let's say you have 198 and which is the other one you want to take? Let's take 3240. Now if I were to ask you which is the highest common factor of these two numbers, and you start doing it like this, make sure, or I'm rest assured, that you will go mad. So what you can do is you can also find out the highest common factor of any two numbers through the prime factorization method. So in this method, what do you do is you will write down these two numbers in terms of their prime factor. You remember how we did it? Let me do this for you. So let's take 3240. We divided by 2, right? So 2, 1, 1 carry, 6, 2, 0. Then you again divided by 2, 2 doesn't goes in 1, 2 8s are 16, so you write 8, 2 1s are 2, 1, 0. Again, because you have 0 in the end, so this can be divided by 2. When you divide 810 by 2, 2 goes into 8 4 times, 0, 5. Now because there's a 5 in the end, what we learned was that this has to be divisible by 5 only. 5 doesn't goes into 4, then we have 40. So you get 81. 81, because it's 1, so it cannot be divided by 2. Because there is no 5 or 0, it cannot be divided by 5. So we take the other prime number, 3. 3, when you divide this, you will get 27. Again 3, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. So you can also write 3240 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 to 4, or 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 4. Right? Let's see 198, 2, 99, 3, 33, 3, 11, 11, 1. So this can be written as 2 into 3 into 3 into 11, or 2 into 3 to the power 2 into 11. Right? Now, when you have to find out the highest common factor, what do? We saw these in some of the earlier videos. You start picking up which are the common prime numbers which are there in both of them. So let's say we have 2 over here and 2 over here. Then we take the one with the lower power. So 2 to the power 1 is here and 2 to the power 3 is here. So we'll take only 2. Right? We have 3 to the power 2 here and 3 to the power 4 here. So which is the lower one? Obviously 3 to the power 2 into. This is gone. This is gone. We have 5. But we don't have 5 here. So we drop it out. Similarly, you have 11. But you don't have 11 here. You drop it out. Hence, there is nothing further really to multiply. We remove this. Or 2 into 9, 18. So the HCF of 198 and 3240 is 18, and that is the answer. So let's just recapitulate as to how did you find out the highest common factor or the greatest common divisor by prime factorization. If you had two numbers, you found out the HCF of these two by first breaking them into the prime factors. Once you did that, then basically you found out which are the two common numbers which are there. So let's say you had 2 here common, 2 here. Then you picked up the 1, the 2, the power of the 2 will be what? The lower of the powers in these two. Right? Now what would have happened if instead of 2 you had 3 numbers? So let's say you had 36 also. Right? So you were told to find out the HCF of 36, 198 and 3240. So we have done this. So I'm just removing this 198 from here for the time being. So the next number that you have is 36. Similarly, what you will do is you will find out the prime factors of 36. So 2 into 18, 2, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. Or this becomes basically 2 to the power 2, 2 into 1, 2 into 3 to the power 2. Right? Now when you look at these two numbers, so what do? First you find out the HCF of these two numbers. Let's say for example in our case this was 2 into 9 or 18. Okay. Then you find out the highest common factor of 18 and these two numbers. Right? Let me just erase this. I guess this is creating a little bit of a confusion. So what you do is when you have to find out the HCF of three numbers, first you find out HCF of any two numbers, which we did here, 3240 and 198, and HCF that we got for these two numbers of 198 and 3240 was 2 into 3 to the power 2. Then when you have to find out the HCF of three numbers, you find out the HCF of the other third one also. So 36 we got as 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2. The HCF of all the three numbers will be equal to the HCF of these two. So 2 is common in both of them. We pick up 2 here. Which is the one with lower power? This one, 1. So we put in 1 here into 3 to the power 2, 3 to the power 2. So because the power is equal in both these cases, you take this as 3 to the power 2. Or 18 is the answer yet again. So it's pretty simple. Just break the two numbers in their prime factors, right? Choose the one which, if you express it in powers, choose the one between the two which is less in power. Put it here, put a multiplication sign in between, then choose the other one. Only the numbers which are common in both these have to be selected.